Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Straight Outta Boston here, and today I'm back for episode 9, I believe, 9 or 10, I honestly don't even remember now, of my Tampa Bay Devil Rays OOTP series, Tearing Out of the Park Baseball 16. So today we are back with the playoffs. We're back in the playoffs for the second straight season. We have clinched the AL East. It was, well, it was relatively tight at the end there. Toronto made it a bit of a, well, I don't even know how you would describe it, but we split the last series with them, and that was all it took to clinch that division. So we win by 4 games. Toronto does make the playoffs, though. They actually ended up with the second best record in the AL, and they will be the wild card team. So they'll take on the Seattle Mariners, I believe, and then we'll play the Indians. I think is the way this is going to work, because the old rule with the old wildcard format, division opponents couldn't face off against each other in the first round. So I think we will be spared having to play what is a pretty formidable Toronto team in the first round, although albeit one without young stud Roy Halladay, who I don't know if he must have been on the team with the default rosters. I don't know if he got drafted to them. I imagine he was just on the rosters at the start of this. But oh well. All right, so let's simulate forward a couple days. I don't think the playoffs officially start quite yet. We also have to we have the draft pool announcement for the upcoming first-year player draft. And I won't look at that too well. You can at least look at some of the names. Some guy I've never heard of: Travis Hafner, Brett Myers, Mark Pryor, David Ross, Jason Worth, Ryan Ludwig. Yeah, some big names in there. Let's see, we didn't win any of the batting titles. Travis Lee wins in the NL. Albert Pujols wins it in the AL. Albert Pujols, only 21 years old, and he's already putting up 12. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. Look at this. He 12.3 wins above replacement at 21 years old. That's like better than Carlos Correa. God, this is ridiculous. But all right, anyway. So we'll take a look at our team home screen. So we finished 8th in runs scored. We did get up to the 800 run tally, and you know, OBP 336 wasn't too bad at the end of the day. Runs against, we ended up first, thanks in large part to our starters ERA of 3.28. I kind of am curious what second place would have been, because it probably would have been a lot lower than 3.28, and by that I mean a lot higher. Bullpen ERA 7th, 4.56. Not too bad. Could have been better, but oh well. And as for how guys finished up the year, so Veritek ended up having a relatively kind of solid season, 3.3 wins above replacement, 269 BABIP. David Segui, I think it's Segui, ended up kind of not having a great second half with us, but on the whole, his year was pretty spectacular when you look at his overall numbers. And Michael Hart, 800 OPS this year, so that's really good considering the defensive and base running value. I mean, look at that, his BSR was 6.7. So when you consider that kind of value he provides to you, and then add it on to a really good offensive season, 316 BABIP, so it looks relatively sustainable. So I'm really excited for Michael Hart. Scott Rowland ended up having a really bad year, and his ratings continued to diminish, so it's very concerning considering the extension we just gave him. We'll continue to monitor that. Eckstein ended up having an okay year. Sean Green had an alright year. Konerko, at the end of the day, actually had pretty nice numbers. Only 3.6 wins above replacement. Only 36 home runs. I say only because he hit, 50 last year? But on the all-in-all, it wasn't too bad of a year for Konerko. Randy Wood had a pretty good year. Only 117 games started, but that's why his WAR isn't too high. But, good OPS, provides good defensive value. Sepulveda ended up doing all right. He's been playing right field full-time lately with Ibanez and Floyd on the bench. Now, of course, Floyd is going to be on our postseason roster. This is getting screwed up now. Let's see here. So Floyd and Hudson we need to add, so we can get rid of probably some pitchers here, right? We're going to keep all 5 of our starters on the playoff roster. We'll get rid of maybe Williamson. He appears to have not really been playing much better at the end of the year than he was at the beginning. Sanchez and Romero both had much better years. Shaw, we'll keep Sienez. All right, so we'll remove Williamson, and then we can add back Tim Hudson, and that will give us 1, 2... I guess we could then get rid of another arm if we wanted to, because we have Molina, Sellers, Ledesma. I guess we don't need Sellers and Ledesma. Maybe we can get rid of one of those guys. Yeah, I think we'll do that. So we'll probably keep Ledesma then. Sellers only had 30 ABs. Put up relatively good numbers, but very small sample. Alright, so we'll get rid of him, and then we will add Cliff Floyd and Tim Hudson to the roster. So we won 98 games this year. I think that was the same amount we won last year. Now, of course, last year we had that disappointing playoff exit. I think we lost to the Indians in the first round too, didn't we? So that makes me a little nervous. But anyway, let's go back to our lineup. We really don't need to worry about the bench as long as we have the starting lineup set. It's really all that matters. So we'll just copy and paste this. And boy, we should move Roland down. Maybe even move Michael Hart up. I don't know. Yeah, I think we will. We can put Roland 6th, maybe. Veritek 7th. I like that. Alright, we'll copy the lineup and paste it. And then the playoff rotation is going to be tricky. I don't know who to leave out here. We have 5 really good starters. I think our 1-2 is definitely going to be Saunders and Hudson. And then past that, I mean, Zito's got to be in there. And I don't know, Loiza or Daniel Wilson. I mean, Loiza ended up kind of struggling in the second half. Still had a relatively good season, but certainly wasn't pitching quite to the caliber that he was in the first half of the season. Daniel Wilson, also kind of a good, not great year. 408 FIP. Loiza had 406. So, it's a tough choice. Definitely going to have Zito in there for Game 3. I guess we'll go with Loiza to start, and we'll have Wilson in the bullpen. And alright, 4-man rotation it is. So we're taking on Cleveland, as I said. We'll take a look at their team. See how they did this year. What do they have? 87 wins on it? Yeah, 87 and 75. Rotation of Pedro Martinez, Bartolo Colon, and Wade Miller. So that's a pretty nice 1-2-3. Pedro especially is, I think he might be ranked as the #1 pitcher in baseball. And look at that, 10.9. He had 295 Ks this year. Jesus. And 3.10 ERA. I wonder if his FIP was any lower. Yeah, 2.88. So he had a really good year. It's going to be very tough to beat him multiple times. But as for their... We can just go back. All the way back. There we go. As for their lineup, so it looks like they've got Kenny Lofton, Tony Fernandez, Dave Nilsson, Mike Stanley, Brian Buchanan, Travis Fryman, Russell Brandon, Jose Hernandez, and Gerald Williams, the man who infamously fought Pedro Martinez when he was with the Devil Rays. And yeah, so that's a pretty good lineup. 9th in runs scored, 6th in runs against. They were, ooh, look at their run differentials, barely over 500. So their Pythagorean win-loss must not be very good. Yeah, it's 81 and 81. So I don't know what to think of this team. I mean, their offense isn't that good. Like, hopefully our pitching shouldn't have too much trouble with them. Considering the caliber of our pitching, I would hope that we should be able to neutralize their offense and then hopefully just produce runs when we can. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. All right, here we go. Game number 1, 2001 ALDS. Now, of course, the cool thing about this year is, if you guys remember, this is the year that the Diamondbacks won the World Series in real life. And the Diamondbacks and Devil Rays came into the league in the same year. And it was pretty impressive. The Diamondbacks won in their 4th year as a franchise, 99, 98, 99, 2000, 2001. So it'd kind of be cool if we could pull off the same feat. So it's kind of a big year, but we'll see how it goes. All right, Pedro Martinez versus Tony Saunders in game number 1. Saunders, 3.37 ERA this year. The peripherals weren't that great, but you know, he pretty much did what he does always here. Wow, was that even English? Like, whatever. He pretty much did what he does every year: walk a fair amount of guys, but strike out enough, throw enough innings. BABIP's always pretty low. You know, 5-win pitcher. It's pretty much what he settled into. So, all right, here we go. Pedro Martinez versus Tony Saunders in game number 1. Are we starting Sepulveda? I don't know if we should start Sepulveda or Ibanez, to be honest. I mean, I'm honestly leaning towards Ibanez. But Sepulveda, the thing about him is he provides a lot more defensive value than Ibanez would. That's why if the offensive numbers are going to be kind of, you know, not the same. I mean, they're different types of offensive players. Ibanez has more pop. Sepulveda gets on base a little bit more. But, you know, if they're going to provide similar offensive production, I would say probably should go with the guy who can defend the position a little bit better. And we also have the option of going with Cliff Lloyd, but that's another one where we would have to sacrifice a lot of defensive value. So, we've got Randy Wynn in center, Konarka in left, right, because we got C. Okay. All right, so we're just going to go with this lineup for game number 1, and here we go from the Trop, a rematch of the last year's ALDS between these two teams that, of course, Cleveland swept. So remember, we have not won a playoff game as a franchise yet. We got a 2-1 lead, 8 hits through 3 innings off of Pedro, so that's an encouraging sign. But Saunders relinquishes the lead, so it's a 2-2 ball game. Still 2-2 through 5. Saunders at 75 pitches. All right, let's see how he is through 6. He's at 96. Now his stamina rating is, let's see, 70. So he should at least be able to start the next inning. So we won't worry about getting anyone up quite yet. Pedro's out of the game now. It's Peter Monroe on 10 hits, but only 2 runs for us. So let's go to our bullpen here. We're going to get... Bullpen really struggled down the stretch. I don't know what to do here. We'll go pitching stats, of course. That might help. Let's see. ERA. Right, Sanchez and Romero both had good years. Shaw, so we should probably go Shaw and Neal for the 8th and 9th inning, because Shaw had a good second half. I have to sneeze here. I can already feel it coming on. I'm just going to apologize in advance. Yeah, we'll get Shaw up. There it is. Okay. And we'll go to runners in scoring position for Saunders. Bottom of the lineup. Alright, and he gets through it. So his day is going to be done. 7 innings, 2 runs, 9 Ks, 1 walk, 2 home runs. So 2 solo home runs, it looks like. But 114 pitches, pretty solid effort. So we'll get Shaw in there for the next inning. And I do like being in the AL, whereas opposed to the Rocky series, I'd have to be careful about putting pitchers in too early and having them come up with plate appearances and such. But alright, anyway. Nothing going in the bottom of the 7th. Top 8. Ooh, a solo home run for who? Oh, Mike Stanley gives the Indians the lead. Shaw, come on, against his old team. Alright, gets through the rest of the inning at least. We'll get Neal up for the 9th. Bottom 8, though. We have 6 outs to get 1 more run. Can we do it? Nothing going that inning. We'll get Neal in. And Neal now running into some trouble here in the 9th. Kenny Lofton up with 2 on. Mike R. Kelly's in the game, former Devil Ray there. He was a 4A player for us. I can't believe he's playing for them. But alright, oh my god. What happened? Oh, Jesus. Come on, Veritek. Alright, gotta get a strikeout here. Lofton's 3 for 4. He doesn't strike out that much. Oh, he strikes out there, though. A huge out, number 2 from Neal. Come on, 1 more out. Keep it a 1-run game. Fernandez is 0 for 4 today. Driven hard in the air. Deep right center. Sepulveda. Oh, it's just over his glove. 2 runs are going to score. And it's going to be a 5-2 game. A 2 RBI double for Tony Fernandez. Oh, that's disappointing. Now it's Dave Nielsen's turn. Down 0-2 in the count. Strike 3 called. All right. So Neal relinquishes 2 more runs. It's now a 5-2 ball game. Paul Quantrill on, a man we've had multiple opportunities to sign. And, alright, we got 2 guys on here with 1 down for Paul Konerko, so a bit of an encouraging sign here. Let's see it. Come on, Konerko. 2 for 4 today. The 3-2 swung on ground. It's literally down to third. It's into left field. Hart goes to third. Sagai to second. The bases are loaded now. That'll bring the winning run to the plate here in the form of Sean Green with 1 out in the inning. Tying run on first. Quantrill rocks and delivers routine fly ball down the left field line. Williams, he's got it near the foul line. So Hart will score. It's a 5-3 ball game, but now the Devil Rays are down to their final out, and it is Scott rolling at the dish. He's gotten an 0 for going today. Can he get 1 hit? Liner towards short. Rolling has a base hit. Sagai to third. Konerko to second. Sagai will score. Konerko gets to third. So it's an RBI, an RBI single, excuse me. For Scott Rowland keeps the inning alive. Now I'm getting all out of sorts right now. The tying run. Just 90 feet away, Paul Konerko is that man rolling on first. He would be the winning run. Veritek at the dish. Can we get 1 more base knock? 1-2 count. Swung on hardliner to first. Veritek's got a base hit. Game tied. Oh yeah. We are not going to send rolling. Booyah, baby. Jason Veritek ties it up against the team that traded him to us. Wow, there we go. This is dramatic. All right, Sepulveda. Oh, do we pinch hit for him or do we go? I'm kind of thinking that we should pinch it with Ibanez. He's got that clutch gene. We're going Ibanez here. Can Ibanez win the game for the Devil Rays? Here we go. It's going to be a full count. 3 runs across already. This inning for Tampa Bay. Ibanez. Runners are going to be in motion. Hard at grounder left side. It rolls into left field. Rolling to third. Come on, baby. Yeah! Oh my goodness, what a win! The first playoff victory in Tampa Bay Devil Rays history, and it's Raul Ibanez with an RBI. Oh, it was a home run. What? Oh, I'm so confused. It definitely wasn't a home run, but whatever. I'll take it. We won 6-5. Unbelievable come from behind victory. Oh, yes, sir. Let's go. Wow, that was dramatic. That was exciting. All right, game number 2. Can it live up to game number 1? Who knows? Bartolo Colon versus Tim Hudson. All right. Should we go with I feel like we should start Ibanez after that, but I like having Ibanez as a special pinch hitter. Like I feel like I can just put him in any situation and he'll get a clutch hit. So I think I'll leave him on the bench. And we'll go no lineup changes. Here we go. Game number 2 from the Trop. Tampa Bay trying to take a commanding 2-0 series lead. Can they do it here? It's Tim Hudson versus Bartolo Colon. 2 guys who are still in the league today, unbelievably enough. Cleveland gets on the board in the 3rd, but we answer back, so it's a 2-1 ball game now, 3-1. Hudson not exactly sharp here today. But let's see if he can give us maybe 7 innings. He's got 92 pitches. I think he's got a high stamina rating. So he should be good to go for the 7th inning. Oh yeah, he's got a very high stamina rating. So let's just give him the 7th. Alright. So 7 strong, 105 pitches, 8 Ks, 1 walk, 3 earned, 5 hits. Not too shabby. I think I'd take that. I think it's going to be on our offense to try and even this game up. Now I really don't know what to do with the bullpen. I say let's just start throwing different relievers at the wall and see who performs. We'll go with Sienna's next. Roland leading things off in the bottom half of the 7th. Oh! A 2-run homer from who? Varitek? Yeah! So Varitek ties the game up at 3. Nice. All right. Maybe we should go Jeff Shaw then. I don't know. Might be worth seeing if Sienna's can do it though. All right. Let's see it. Keep going. All right. So we got through the 7th. Game is still knotted up. We're gonna take Hudson out. Actually, let's have him start the next inning at least, because he was not gonna have to pitch until the next series. I would think. I will probably, if the series goes 5 games, I'll probably just start Saunders anyway over Hudson. So let's see if Hudson can give us another inning here, because I have 0 faith in my bullpen right now. All right, he gave us another inning. 124 pitches. All right, he didn't get any strikeouts either, so we should definitely get him out of there. Let's sit Sienna's down, and we're gonna get screw it. Let's get Messer up, Messi, whatever his name is. I think it's Messi, maybe. I don't know. I don't even know. Oh, and a solo home run from David Sagai. Yes, sir. Devil Rays have the lead, and now Hudson can get the win. Not that anyone really cares about that, but all right, 3 outs away now. Ex-closer on. He had a 6.08 ERA this year. Let's see how this goes. Probably not going to end well. Oh, he gets it done, and the Devil Rays take a 2-0 series lead. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 9, 2 strikeouts. I love it. Let's go. Some clutch home runs from Varitek Sagai in back-to-back innings. Wow. What a game. What a series so far. This has been some great baseball. All right. Now we've got a 2-0 lead. Can we close it out in Game 3? Can we avenge our sweep last year and get a sweep of our own? Barry Zito will be on the mound against Wade Miller. I just realized all 3 of the guys pitching for the Indians in this series, Miller, Colon, and Martinez, all played for the Red Sox. Not that anyone cares about that. Only I care about that. All right, here we go. Game number 3. Barry Zito on the mound. His first playoff start. I believe he didn't make a playoff start last year in his rookie year. And we got him a 2-0 lead. He's given up 5 hits, though, through 3 innings. 3-0 lead. No runs for Cleveland yet. 7 strikeouts for Zito so far. Giving up a lot of hits, but he's getting the job done. How many pitches is he at? 92? What's his stamina rating? Alright, it's also quite good, so he should be able to give us at least the 7th then. And he does just that. How many is he at now? 112. Alright, we should get him out of there. 11 strikeouts to 1 walk, 7 hits, 7 innings of shutout baseball. Just dominant stuff. And we're going to go with Sienna's in the 8th. And we'll probably give Mercer the 9th again. Let's see if Sienna's can get a little 1, 2, 3 inning here. Something. Oh, never mind. A 2-run homer from Richie Sexson, who I think had a monster year this year, didn't he? I don't even know. I'll check after the game. But, yeah, 2-run home run, it looks like. Yep, from Richie Sexson. Bullpen, man. This is quite concerning. Let's get Jeff Shaw up. Oh, my God. All right, let's just get Sienna's out of there. Get Shaw in. 2 on with 2 out. Come on, Shaw. Let's go. I haven't faced the batter. Branyan at the dish. Shaw had a 3.16 ERA this year. Only 35 strikeouts in 74 innings. What? Oh, no. Shaw gets set. The pitch swung on, ripped out towards shallow center. Went on the run. He got it. Big final out. So we've got a 1-run lead heading into the 9th. Let's get... Should we just leave Shaw? And let's let Shaw save this game out at least. All right, top 9, leadoff double for Sepulveda. Just go half inning. Yeah, we'll do the whole thing. Why not? Eckstein up 3-11 with runners in scoring position this year. Line drive, base hit. Sepulveda to 3rd. Looks like he's gonna get held there. But we've got 2 on with no out here for the top of the lineup. Randy Wynn at the dish. Quantrill's already really struggled this series. 4 earned runs in 2/3 of an inning. And that's stab by the shortstop. No play. It's an infield hit. Sepulveda scores. Eckstein safe at 2nd. And it's a 4-2 lead now for the Devil Rays. Now it's Michael Hart up. Still no outs in the inning. Hart swings. Weak fly ball down the right field line. In comes Buchanan. He's got it. 1 down for David Sagai. He's got a pair of hits today. Check swing. He went around. Strike 3 called. 2 down for Paul Konerko. 342 with runners in scoring position this year. Wow. Popped up down the left field line. Sexton has got it. So we are through the top half of the 9th. On to the bottom half. 4-2 lead. Can Shaw protect the lead? We're going to get Mercer up just in case he can't. We're looking at Tampa Bay. Here we go. Mercer. Is that one I wanted? There we go. All right. Can Shaw settle down? Yes, he can, and we win it. There we go. He pitched a perfect 9th, didn't he? Wow. All right, so Jeff Shaw gets the save against his former team, and we get the sweep. Not only do we wrap up our first playoff victory, we get our first playoff series victory, our first playoff series sweep. A lot of firsts for this organization, but we are moving on to the ALCS. Who are we going to face? It's going to be Toronto or Seattle. Oh, I'm praying to God it's Toronto. I really don't want to. Seattle is like a ridiculous team. A-Rod, Manny Ramirez, Albert Pujols, Ken Griffey Jr., Jimmy Rollins, Mo Vaughn, Julio Lugo. What's their pitching staff? Do they still have Randy Johnson? That's the better question. Looks like they've got Hugh Henderson. Apparently the Blue Jays have Mariano. Whatever, let's see. We'll just see. We'll see who wins. I'm kind of rooting for Toronto here, even though they have the better record. I think I'd much rather face them than this loaded Seattle team. Oh, God, who is it going to be? It's Seattle. Oh. And the Cubs beat the Expos. Cool to see the Expos make the playoffs. And it's Atlanta, Arizona. And Atlanta does it. So Arizona, looks like there will not be a 2001 Arizona Diamondbacks title, and there won't be an all-expansion team World Series here because it's going to be Braves and Cubs from the NL, and Mariners, Devil Rays in the AL. So the Mariners in real life this year won 115 games or whatever and then lost in the playoffs. But, all right, there you go. So ALCS will be against the Seattle Mariners, but for until then, that is going to do it. So if you guys did enjoy this episode, thanks for watching, and I'm going to record the next, the playoff series right after this. So hopefully I'll just put out the extent of this OOTP playoff run, like all in successive days this week. So look out for that. But all right, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you did enjoy, and I'm out. Peace.